ഒരു കൊടം പാറ് ഒല്ലി അടുത്താൽ ചൊല്ലാം.
Hello guys and welcome back to PESHFlix. So today I'm going to be reacting from the Malayalam movie The Great Indian Kitchen. Before I start the reaction for this movie, what I'm gonna say is that this is one of the best Malayalam movie coming out from 2021. I did not expect this film to be so good. I mean, kudos to the director Jeo Baby. He portrayed the movie very nicely and he took a different approach to portray the story of The Great Kitchen. So this movie, we have Nimisha and Suraj. They gave an exceptional performance in this film. So this movie depicts the story of a woman from a point of view in a patriarchal family where her husband, so Suraj, is almost like a misogynist with someone that is suppressing Nimisha. And in this family we can see her throughout the whole movie. She's being very oppressed and the hardship and suffering she's going through. So at first you're thinking that this movie deals about kitchen and cooking in general, but the movie has a different kind of message. It has a bold message and something that everybody can relate to. This is what it's amazing about this film. Everyone can relate to this, not only men but also women. And this is very common practice even in our modern society, where most of the people are still regressive and just following their own tradition and old custom. In this movie, everything it portrays in a manner where everyone can feel frustrated and feel the intensity of what Nimisha is going through. She's basically a newly married wife, and they don't have, to be honest, much introduction for these two characters. The movie is very spontaneous. There's not much introduction for both the character, and we can see that Nimisha, she is in this family. She doesn't know much about her husband as well, but she seems like she's a very clever person. She's very intelligent, and she's also very educated. And she's in this family, and most of the time what she does is she cooks for her husband and also for the husband's father. So most of the time you see her cooking, and most of the movie deals in the kitchen, and we can see a point of view what she's going through in the kitchen. Most of the time she's always cooking, cleaning, doing the laundry, the dishes. So after watching the film, I've decided to do the climax scene from this movie, probably the best scene from the movie, totally unexpected. So without further ado guys, let's check out The Great Indian Kitchen climax scene. Let's go, let's do this. And the cinematography in this film is amazing. That's the father-in-law. You can see that she had enough. You can see in her eyes she's suffering. This is badass. Crazy scene. He's pissed. Oh my god. I said she left the house. She had enough. Well guys, this climax is really good. One of my favorite scenes from this movie. Totally unexpected, and it took me as a surprise. And we can see that the husband, I mean, this guy is very selfish. I mean, he's always only caring about himself and not about her. He could have come to the kitchen and make his own tea. I don't know why he asked his wife, but the fact that she's going to go through all this trauma and this torment from her husband and the father-in-law, she had enough. And we can see that we cannot take a woman for granted. I mean, we cannot take anyone for granted, to be honest. That, like, you know, you can't take the piss. At the end of the day, you have to step in. You have to realize what other people are going through. You have to feel some empathy, and then this is what the movie is showing. And Nimisha, I mean, she gave a very good performance, very natural, and even the camera work and the cinematography was really good. It was very, like, it shows the expression and an emotion of each character, and Suraj also did a fantastic job. This guy is very selfish, self-centered. He always cares about himself and his belly, because all he does is just he wants to eat, and he expects his wife to do all the job. We can see inner pain and suffering that she's going through in this family. Her husband do not see that, and we can see that he's a bit like an egomaniac, very cynical and self-centered. He doesn't really care about his wife and what the wife is going through. He's never asked her whether she feels good, but most of the time we see her always in the kitchen cooking for her husband and her husband's dad, and all they care about is the food and fill up their tummy. And most of the movie is only portraying about her cooking for them, for dinner, for lunch, and even for their friend. And the movie, I mean, it's very realistic. That's the great thing about Malayalam cinema. It's realistic, grounded, and also very authentic, and this is what I really like. Every family can relate to this film, and I know in this day and age this is still happening in a modern society, in a modern family, but this is based on a patriarchal family where the man and the male are always dominant, where they basically tell their wife that they have to stay at home to see a woman going through all this hardship in the kitchen, because it's not only about cooking. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that goes on. We can see that in this movie. The director portrayed very nicely how the sequences going through a cooking, and how it takes so much effort and time just to make a food, and then you have to clean the food. And there's a lot of stuff the movie deals also about a lot of taboo subjects, such as sexual activities and sexual intercourse, also about woman menstruation and period. And then this is what's really nicely, it's almost like a slap on your face when the director shows you this kind of stuff are still happening. And I feel like this is still regressive. I know some people are still following their tradition and culture, and also the religion, but this movie depicts the situation going on in a modern society, where a woman can also have her own freedom and liberty, and then we shouldn't oppose them to follow their dream, because in this movie, of course, she wants to follow her dream, and everything was done very beautifully, and the message is very subtle. The pacing is a little bit slow because, as I said, it becomes very repetitive, because we see most of the scene happening in the kitchen, so most of the scenes are repetitive, and there is a reason for that, because the director wants us to feel the frustration and anxiety that she's going through. So reason why we see most of the scene very repetitively, and Nimisha, she gave us an excellent performance in this film, and Suresh was very good. Suresh, to be honest, he wasn't portrayed as a cruel or bad person. I mean, he has his own flaws, and also he is very egomaniac person, and he's also very ignorant in terms of this situation, because there's a lot of stuff in the movie where he's not accepting his own error. He's very close-minded and narrow-minded. So I love this film, guys. I mean, you guys need to watch it. It's streaming on Stream. I think it's a new platform that just launched, so go check it out. It's available internationally. This movie deserves the praise, and you guys need to watch it, because this depicts the reality of our modern society, where this kind of practice and custom are still going on, and we need to move forward. I always believe in progression. A lot of women are going through this hardship, and we need to feel not bad for them, but we need to self-realize what's going on and take a step back and realize that we can also step in. We also have 2 hands and legs, and we can also go into the kitchen. There's nothing wrong for a man to go to the kitchen and do some cooking, and this is what the movie is trying to portray, that everybody can do whatever women do. This movie also deals about gender inequality and prejudice against women, and also it deals about a lot of male privilege, that some men are taking advantage of their own wife and woman in a family, especially in a patriarchy family. The only thing I would say that I did not really like is the pacing of the film. I think the director should have added a little bit more dialogue and reduced the number of repetitive scenes. I know he wants us to feel more connected with his characters, but we just get the point, you know. We understand the point. We understand that she's going through a lot of stuff, and she's putting so much effort in the kitchen, and I hope they just reduce that part. But apart from that, the movie is very short. It's only an hour and 40 minutes, but the movie delivers in terms of giving a universal message about this stuff that's still happening in our common society, that this kind of rituals and custom and practice is still very common in our day and age, and then men are always taking advantage of some of their wife. And then of course at the end there is a climax, a song, and it portrays a very positive message. This proves that, again, that Malayalam cinema always bringing quality driven content with very good message, and this is what we need more from other industry to follow, because this is really realistic, and it's something that everyone can relate to and can also enjoy. I mean, this movie has a lot of moment that actually shocks you, and it has a very strong characterization and a powerful message behind it. I really enjoyed this movie, guys. Let me know what you guys think about this film, The Great Indian Kitchen. If you have seen it, put it in the comment below, and as always, if you enjoy my reaction to this scene, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, and also don't forget to turn on notification bell. And for now, it's your boy Harry, and I'm out.